Okay, so this movie is called Speed, and I'm guessing it's called that because the writer had to take a bucket load of amphetamine just to make it through writing this pile of absolute garbage. So, let's start. Like I say, this movie is called Speed, and for the most part of it, they're all just riding around on a bus. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think about speed, I don't think about a fucking bus. I think about jet cars and race planes and shit like that. Nah, when I think about the slowest form of fucking transport known to man, that's when I think about a bus. A public bus in Los Angeles, which is where this all takes place. And the whole premise of the film is that this bus can't drop below 50. But I'm surprised it can get up to 50, what with all the homeless blocking the roads in LA. Anyway, this movie, called Speed, it starts with, and I'm not shitting you here, go and count them, it starts with 3.5 minutes of elevator footage, and they called it Speed. They should have called it, oh fuck me, shoot me in the face, this is fucking boring, because that's what I was screaming at the movie screen in the theatre. Anyway, this movie starts with Keanu Reeves, and he's in fucking ISIS or some kind of militant terrorist group or something, you know, all dressed in black and shit. And they must be like top tier terrorists or something, you know? Because I think they're competing in like the Terrorist World Cup or fucking something. Because there's this black guy there who keeps showing up, and he's like telling them how well they've done and shit. So I guess he must be one of the judges or one of their coaches or something. Anyway, these guys seem to be real into it, and they're trying to win some points in the Terrorist World Cup by doing this weird ass terrorist attack on this building, like trying to blow up some elevators to kill a fuckload of people and shit. And there's this old guy there, and he ain't doing no harm to anyone at all, whatsoever. But the terrorists can't get his elevator to blow up like they did with the other one, so Keanu Reeves climbs down there to kick the shit out of the old guy, and the other terrorist guy goes down too because he don't want Keanu Reeves to win all the fucking points for killing the old guy or something. But this old boy, he ain't playing friendly. He ain't gonna let a bunch of jihadis take him out. So he blasts them with a shotgun, and they just keep falling in the holes and shit until the old man has captured both of them, and you're like, yes, justice. But then, in what's got to be one of the most ironic twists of fate ever, the nice old man accidentally goes and blows himself up with a suicide bomb vest. Like the fucking irony of it, you know? The one day you manage to stop a terrorist attack is the same day that you accidentally blow yourself up with a suicide bomb vest. I mean, what are the fucking chances? Anyway, Keanu Reeves and his mate are celebrating killing all of those people and planning their next terrorist attack when, well, fuck knows what happens. I got no idea what they were talking about because, well, I wasn't really listening, to be honest with you. But, like, they must decide to go all out and launch a full fucking jihad or something. Because the next day, Keanu Reeves, well, he just goes fucking nuts. There's this really nice friendly bus driver that makes a little joke at his expense. So Keanu Reeves just blows him the fuck up. Then he runs alongside the flaming bus like screaming, I fucking got you now, funny fucking joke man. But he don't stop there. Oh no. Fuck no. He ain't halfway done with his trip to Crazy Town. Because for the rest of this movie, he just goes on a fucking rampage, trying to kill as many people as he can and whatever. I mean, the movie may start slow, but it starts to get better around this point, you know. And Sandra Bullock is in this movie, which is awesome. And not only does she play a really good character in this movie, but I'd love to jizz on her tits. Anyway, Sandra Bullock gets onto this bus that's been driven by a fucking caveman or something. I mean, fuck me. This guy looks like he's wandered straight out of the fucking Stone Age, put on a blue shirt and climbed up into a fucking bus. And I can tell you something, if I got onto a bus and the bus driver looked like that, I'd be getting off the fucking bus pretty fucking quickly, I can tell you. I'd be calling up the Natural History Museum saying, we've got one alive right here, and he's driving a fucking bus. Of course, they'd all be too busy polishing their dinosaur bones to come and take a look, and that's what's wrong with modern day science. Now, back to the movie. So, Sandra Bullock gets onto this bus, but wouldn't you know it, that's the exact same bus that Keanu Reeves has decided to go and blow up next. So, he goes running alongside it, but they're all like, nah, you can fuck off, mate. And Keanu Reeves chases it down and goes running alongside it again, like he's got this weird obsession with getting on this one bus in particular. And the rest of the people on the bus say exactly that. They're like, what's wrong with this fucking prick? But Keanu Reeves just won't give up, and so he carjacks this black music producer driving one of the most effeminate fucking cars you've ever seen. And he chases the bus down and he jumps on board, and right away he goes about doing his best to like scare the shit out of all the other passengers or whatever. Like, first of all, saying to them that they're all gonna be alright and shit like that to them. You know, typical hijacker kind of talk. And so that freaks them all out. So then, he tells them he's put a fucking bomb on the bus and he's gonna blow them all up and shit. And there's this one guy there, and he ain't never done nothing to no one, and there ain't no proof that he had done anyway. And he steps up like a fucking hero, telling Keanu Reeves that he's a dickhead and all that kind of shit. But Keanu Reeves is a total fucking psycho. So like, he pretends to give up and everything, and then he just shoots the fucking bus driver. Like, yeah, that's what you're dealing with, motherfuckers. I'll get the bus up to 50 and then shoot the fucking driver, 'cause I'm a fucking moron. So then, like, the bus goes all over the place, and Keanu Reeves tells Sandra Bullock to drive the bus, and she's like, nah thanks, mate. But Keanu Reeves is like, I'll kill you, bitch. So she says alright, and that's basically the rest of the fucking movie. They all stay on this bus, driving it around town, trying to cause as much fucking havoc as possible, trying to destroy as much shit as they can, and all the time with Keanu Reeves reminding them that he's got a bomb and he's gonna blow them all up or whatever. And like, the judge from the Terrorist World Cup turns up, like driving alongside him on a fucking truck, and he keeps telling him how he's doing a really good job and shit like that. And then Keanu Reeves phones up the other terrorist guy to tell him he's put a bomb on a bus, and he's bragging about how good the bomb is and how good a terrorist he is and shit. And it goes on like this for fucking ever. And just as you start thinking, oh, I hope he does blow them all up, 'cause you're getting so fucking bored, well then, we cut back over to the other terrorist guy, and he's all dressed up in black and shit, so we know he's gonna do some terrorist shit and shit. And he goes into this house with a bunch of other people, and he just blows himself the fuck up. Just blows himself fucking up for no fucking reason. Anyway, the other judges pull alongside the bus again, and they're all like, yeah, the other terrorist has only gone and fucking blown himself up or some shit, so you've lost. You may as well get off the bus now. But Keanu Reeves is like, nah, fuck that shit. I came here to blow this bus up, and I'm gonna blow this fucking bus up. You just watch me. And the judges are like, the other bloke's won. He suicide bombed himself. You ain't gonna beat that. So they tell him it's all over, and they take the fucking people off his bus. And through this whole fucking movie, they've been making it look like Keanu Reeves is determined to blow this bus up. And like, all of the judges are there, and they're all like, yeah, the bus is fucking empty now. There's no way you're gonna get enough points to win the Terrorist World Cup unless you blow your fucking self up or something. And Keanu Reeves is like, is that right, mate? Well, check this shit out. And then he just goes and fucks the bus into the side of a great big jumbo jet, blowing it up and killing everyone on the fucking plane. Hundreds and hundreds of people. And he's like, yeah, you thought I just wanted to blow up a handful of people on a bus? Nah, I just blown up a jumbo jet. I'm the best terrorist in the fucking world. And everyone else is like, yeah, well done, mate. You are the best terrorist in the world. And so, like, the bomb's blown up and they're all laying on the ground, and Keanu Reeves takes this opportunity to check out Sandra Bullock's tits, and then he asks her if she's okay. And she's like, nah, I got a case of the fat neck. And he's like, fucking right you do. That thing looks like an elephant's trunk. And everyone's having a great time. I mean, the flaming corpses of hundreds of tourists are bubbling on the runway behind them, but no one seems to give a fuck about that. And the judge turns up, and he goes up to Keanu Reeves, and he's like, well, you've won. I mean, you blew fucking hundreds of people up. You've won. And Keanu Reeves is like, yeah, I'm the fucking best. And so he tries to get it on with Sandra Bullock and shit. And I can't say I blame him. But Keanu Reeves' day is about to go from his best fucking dream to his worst fucking nightmare. Because it turns out that Sandra Bullock is a suicide bomber as well. And she's like, I want to be a terrorist just like you. And Keanu Reeves is like, fucking shit. But then, just to get even weirder, that fucking old guy from the start of the movie shows up again. And it looks like he didn't blow himself up at all. So, I guess he must have just sneezed or something. Anyway, he tries to arrest Sandra Bullock for being a suicide bomber or whatever. So, Keanu Reeves just fucking beheads him because he's in fucking ISIS. And then him and Sandra Bullock go and crash a fucking train. And that's the end of the movie. And I gotta ask you, what was the fucking point of all that? I mean, at the end of a review, I normally go and like sum up the moral message of the film and shit, but fuck me. What do you want me to say? It's not just supporting terrorism and glamorizing it and shit. It's like trying to make it out like it looks like it's an actual fucking sport or something. I mean, I got fuck all to say about this movie other than wrong, 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 wrong. Of all the fucking movies I've ever seen, this is the first pro-terrorist stupid fucking movie.